Welcome to Zentangle Project Pack 2, Day 5. This is Rick.
Hi, I'm Maria, and today we're going to work with a PM, black pen, and a Micron 01 in brown, a graphite pencil, a General's white charcoal, and a tortillon for each one.
So you will have watched the prep video that Molly did before, and so we're taking off where she set you up.
So we're going to work here with some kissing mukas. One of my favorite things to do. I use them all the time. They just come in really handy. You can see how the mukas sort of just come around. We're auraing with them, and then the ends of them just gently kiss. And what this is going to do, this is going to give us some really great spaces to work in.
What I really like about this tile is the layering of different approaches. So we're going to do this first layer of kissing mukas, and then we'll add another approach, and it's just this beautifully structured approach to doing a tile.
So this is something I really love to do. This is so easy. Once I just define my technique that I'm going to use, then I just kind of go on autopilot. So for a while now, we're going to do these auras with mukas and define the spaces that we're going to then fill with tangles. I get a little exuberant with these mukas and let them go wherever they want. And rather than try to contain them too much, they just sort of are so...
They have a life of their own.
Right, they grow.
But they also work within like a structure. So you'll notice that the gap between the black and the first line of the muka is pretty standard and consistent. And then the width of each of the stems is fairly consistent. And it has this nice continuity throughout its rambunctiousness.
This is really worth practicing. It's something that comes up often, and a lot of times in projects that are actually like when I did my windows and things like that. It's an easy, great border tangle, and it plays well with other tangles. So now we're going to start adding some muka tendrils so that we can contain sections. So I'm going in and adding them. You can see that they just sort of are getting closer and closer to defining our space.
So they're like fencing off
right.
little bits of areas. So
that's a good way to say
sort of
it.
like an English garden. You'll put the
Yeah.
petunias over here, and there's something else over there, and you just look at it and see, does that work there? Is that too big an area? No.
It's starting to look good, though.
Put another one in, right? Yeah. Love it. Always maintaining that width and that nice sort of common shape to the end of it.
So now, wherever you see the mukas kissing, where they come together, we're going to now add another little...
sort of like a crescent moon, I think.
Kind of a crescent moon variation where they come together. There's that crescent moon, and then I think we're going to add some radiating lines here. And
how about some perfs? Yeah.
So it's going to create almost like this little floral effect. It reminds me of stuff that you see in Mendi tattoos. So you can see wherever these mukas are coming together, we're adding this little flower of some sort, a blossom.
I love the balance of randomness of where they appear and consistency of how they look when they blossom.
So now I'm going to go around the whole perimeter with this pretty little border of a simple orb and then a smaller one right next to it. And it kind of keeps you concentrating on what you're doing. And it gives this beautiful lacy effect. I love this. So simple. Now with our brown micron 01, we're going to aura that border very carefully. Take your time.
It's really fun going in and out of all those nooks and crannies, and just you can really lose yourself in this part of the process.
So now with the brown pen, we're going to start adding some radiating lines going from the center of these spaces, sort of like the tangled pepper.
Right, like pepper. And you can see Maria's just ever so doing heavy, light, heavy on the strokes there. Those little subtle touches.
Always turn your tile when you start to feel uncomfortable. It really helps. So we're going to do that in all the spaces. Ah, looks beautiful already. Love that. And we're going to go into some of the spaces that are left and then just color them in. Give it some drama. That brown is so beautiful when it's all solid like that.
Well, two things I like about this is you've got the solid areas of black, and then you've got the solid areas of brown. But you'll notice with the brown pen on the white paper, when you go over it, it sort of adds another, it changes the darkness of it, so you can play with that as well.
It gives it a texture.
Cool.
It's getting there. It's getting there. So now, with the brown pen, we're going to go in and color in every other striping here.
So this is where it looks like pepper, even though pepper doesn't come all the way to the point. This is very similar to that.
So take your time while you're doing this, because this is sort of like particular kind of thing for it to work. And you don't have to worry about having even number of stripes, because when you come to the last one, if you need to, you can always add a line to accommodate the stripe. It doesn't matter that if they're exactly the same size or not. Look how pretty that is. It reminds me of a chocolate box. When I was a
Yes.
kid, we'd get those heart-shaped chocolate boxes. You know how cool they were?
And this is a really good time to always turn your tile so your strokes are going in the same direction as the sections.
Oh, it's looking good.
So you see what I meant by that layering of different techniques and different tangles and different approaches. It's like one layer after another.
So now I'm going to go in with my graphite pencil and do something a little different than normal. We generally don't do this, but I felt like I wanted the tangle that's on the black to have a certain look to it. So now you can see the graphite. And we're going to do some
Knightsbridge.
Knightsbridge. And not the typical straight Knightsbridge, but give it a little curve just to get some character in there.
So using the pencil here to define the grid on the black. And then once all of those grids are set up in the black, Maria's going to go in with the white jelly roll. And it's so cool because I'm getting ahead of myself because I really like what she does with this. Those white tiles or the white sections there just really float in that black space.
Again, take your time when you're doing this. Really enjoy it. The white pen is so cool. And the neat thing about this is that you'll notice a little later on, I'll go in and tidy up with the black pen, which is, one of the nice things about working on black tiles. You can sort of reshape your images.
So in this next section, notice how you just pick any one square or triangle or section, and then to always make sure you color in the correct one, if you do the next section that has a kissing corner, so if the corners always touch, you'll never make a mistake. But sometimes I've gone as just sort of doing it in a row, and I think, oh, I'll just skip this one and skip this one, and then I realize, oh, I misjudged that. So corner to corner is a great way when you're doing Knightsbridge, particularly a Knightsbridge that is like all sort of curvy
Skewed,
lines,
yeah.
askew, yeah.
Oh, it's coming together, Ricky. Look,
This is looking really
it's
nice.
pretty exciting. This is one of those really spectacular tiles that just glows.
A lot going on.
I'm going to highlight those middle tiles, make them a little bit brighter.
And this is another thing you can do with the gel pen on the black paper is once you want to make sure it's dry, but you can then go in and enhance the whiteness.
So now with my graphite pencil, I'm going to go around on those brown spirally things and add some contours on the edges.
Sort of really puffing up like upholstery or something.
Yeah, it's cool.
And then once the graphite is down, of course, it's tortillon time. Just smooth that out. Really makes a nice soft difference on the graphite transitions. But wait, there's more.
Yeah. You can see me thinking about what I should do next, kind of designing on the fly. I like that. So I'm just going in on those little rosettes that we did and adding a little detail just for fun. On the little perfs around the edges, the tipple.
So I like that there's this radiating theme and there's this alternating theme. So you have like the alternating theme of the floors and in the pepper, and then the large and small perfs, and it's a nice little composition here.
So now I'm going in with the graphite pencil and sort of aggressively shading on the black, which it's sort of a subtle thing, but it really makes a difference in the way it sort of moves around. And now I'm going to go in and kind of add some love here, go in and touch up some of the lines. Not a lot, just a little bit. Feels good. How fun, what a neat tile. Just going to add my chop. How lovely. And oh, it's black on the back.
Right?
I forgot.
That really surprised
I
me
forgot.
when I was editing this. Very cool.
Yeah, the kids are after me. Mom, you're not signing your stuff. You're not signing. Hurry up. Do it. Cool stuff. How fun. You guys have fun with this. I can't wait to see all of what you do. And what's really been exciting for me is to when we see all these posted on the app, how things change.
So this one is done on a tan tile and then with white chalk on the outside edge. It's really nice.
I did some layering of those borders.
Yeah, so we look forward to seeing what you create on the app and look forward to your comments on the blog. and we will see you
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. Thanks so much for playing with us. This is fun.
Bye, guys.
Bye now.